Hello, everyone, and welcome to Transformational Tuesday right here on Deb TV. Dynamic, empowered, and bold. Yes, I am, and yes, you are. And we are in for a treat tonight. Every week, I bring you experts that are going to help you to transform in an area of your life, whether it's your career, your business, your relationships, your body. Well, guess what? Tonight, you're going to get an all-in-one transformation because I have a very, very special guest that I had the pleasure of meeting a few months ago, and I absolutely know all of you are going to be loving her and wanting to be a part of her network. Before I go into her formal bio, I just want to have you see the beauty that is Miss Grace Smith. Hello.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. I just love you so much, and I can't wait to get to know your community as a result of us having this conversation together. So thanks for having me, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Isn't she the goddess of the world? Yes. So you're going to get to know who she is and how she is going to absolutely help you to transform, because today's topic is going to be on how to use hypnosis to transform your life. And some of you may be wondering, what is that? And you are going to find out in the next episode. So let me introduce Grace Smith. She's one of the most experienced hypnotherapists in the world, having taught over 4 million people worldwide to reduce their stress levels, manage pain, and improve your self-confidence. And I absolutely know every one of you want that. Grace is committed to sharing the true powers of the long misunderstood yet extremely effective tool for personal transformation through her platform called Grace Space. She has built an online community and library of wellness programs designed to provide emotional support and mental reconditioning to over 100,000 survivors of human trafficking. Via Periscope, Grace streams daily hypnoscopes Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And if you don't know what Periscope is, by the end of this call, you will, people.
Yes.
And you're going to want to. So let's welcome Grace, everybody.
Thank you.
Wow, I didn't even know about the human trafficking. That is amazing and so important.
Yeah, there's so many different initiatives that I really, truly care about, but ever since I was a little girl, just the fact that human slavery continues to exist in this day and age is incomprehensible to me. And I was lucky enough to travel to Southeast Asia when I was really young and meet children who work in horrific conditions. And so it's just wonderful to be able to give back to something that seemed when I was a little girl like, this is so awful and horrible, but I don't know what I could do to help change it. Now I have a platform that can, and we're moving full steam ahead.
Oh, that's wonderful. And any way that I can support you, and I'm sure my community will definitely want to be a part of that. I, for many years, was teaching classes in human services for social workers and counselors, and one of the classes we talked about was, human trafficking. So definitely, I
Wow.
want, yeah. So I have a lot of people that would really want to support that cause. So we'll get back to that. But
Okay,
let's
cool.
rewind back our TiVo VCR and just get to know you, Grace, and how you became interested in the field of hypnotherapy.
Great. I love this question. So I'll just tell you a few kind of vignettes of small stories of how I got here. Basically, I started off as a little girl, extremely intuitive, talking to trees and saving frogs from our pool and spending all day with them and running our neighborhood organization where we would, help save the environment. And then fast forward to the year I graduated from college. It was the peak of the recession. You're lucky to get a job, and I went straight into corporate America. That was not at all my sensibility when I was a kid. Not at all the intuitive person that I was really meant to be. But I was very driven and very lucky to get a job, so I went straight into corporate America. Lo and behold, a few years of aggressive, just crazy benchmarks, deadlines, competition, no one caring about each other beyond the surface level. It just got to the point where I was experiencing depression and chronic stress for the first time in my life, which I'd never had before. And I also hit rock bottom. When I was 24 years old, I got sober.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. So it's been a lot of years now, and when it happened, I think it really humbles you and you're willing to try anything. So I had been sober for a few months, starting to pull my life back together, and someone suggested, why don't you go have a hypnosis session to quit smoking?
Mm.
And really, my first response was, what, so they can make me cluck like a chicken? Or I don't want to sit in some dark, creepy room with a mind control freak. I mean, I was at a very different place back then. So for any skeptics who are listening, I'm so glad you're here because that's how I started off. Anyway, I get to the room, and this is this wonderful older man, and he's obviously used to this, people kind of coming in with their arms crossed and, very not open to the experience, but it feels like a last resort. Like, I've tried everything, let me try this. Long story short, one session later, I've quit smoking. And I get really pissed off. And I think to myself, why, when I believed that patches and gum would work for me, but they didn't, I didn't believe the one thing that could work for me was even real. We have got
Mm.
this very skewed perception of understanding about what this tool is. I want to know more about it. So I used it to overcome stage fright in my life. I used it in a few different areas. I got a certification. I started helping my friends and family. Now whatever their core issues were, they're solving them. They're losing weight. They're stopping nail biting. They're not afraid of flying anymore. They're more confident. And I start to think to myself, what is this thing? And why don't people know about it? And why is it considered weird? Because it's so freaking effective. And then the thing that really changed my life was I got a call from the man I was dating at the time, and he said, my father's had a stroke. And he was a UN peacekeeping ambassador in Syria, one of the Blue Berets, doing great work over there, and his convoy was continually being attacked and bombed. So when he had a stroke, he lost the use of the left side of his body. He was completely paralyzed. And a few months later, he was flown to New York City to see if the specialist there could help him. And this guy called me up and said, can you go see my father to see if you can help improve his mood? I'm brand new at this, brand new hypnotherapist, and still working full-time in corporate. And I said, well, I guess I'll go see if I can help make him feel better. And I'm all nervous, fluorescent lights, white coats. Here I am with this new weirdo tool that I barely have used. And halfway through the session, I went off script, and I just said, Alexandre, imagine two neurons firing in your brain, and there's a spark. And that spark travels all the way down the left-hand side of your arm, all the way down through your hand and out your finger. And I hadn't even finished the word, and he was moving his finger.
Wow.
And I was crying, and he was crying, and the nurses were crying, and the doctors were crying. And he kind of opened his eyes, and he was like, what do I do now? And we all just said, keep moving your finger. And so by the end of the session, he was moving his hand like this. And so a man who had been really broken when I walked in and had lost all hope got his hope back. And I just said to myself that day walking home from the hospital, I still don't fully understand what this is, but I know that every single person in the world needs it. So I quit my job, and I'm on this awesome campaign to unbury hypnosis from this mystery and misunderstanding it's been shrouded in, and bring it to the people, bring it to the masses. And the coolest thing is that wonderful man is now my father-in-law. So that was Bernardo's dad. Yeah, that experience.
That's my favorite part of the whole story. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
I know.
It's your husband.
It's the best part. So it's really great. And that's how I got into it. Not at all intentionally.
And I think it's so important for people to hear. Like, we met when you were speaking at a conference, and oftentimes people see the person on the stage, but they don't know the struggle and the challenge that went before it. So you're saying that you got sober when you were 24, you've been in recovery, obviously, and then that you weren't, because people think the same thing with me. They're like, oh, you're so natural as a speaker. I'm like, I went to Toastmasters for 3 years, 3 times a week. You know what I mean? I think people need to understand that there's intentional transformational action that happens before the demonstration of what people see. So absolutely. To understand that there are steps along the way. So now that we understand how you got into hypnosis, for those people that still think it's the quack like a duck or bark like a dog situation, I love the way you define hypnosis. It's the most simple and profound definition I've ever heard of it that I think lay people can really get. Can you just define it for us?
Absolutely. So in my mind, hypnosis is simply meditation with a goal. That's it.
Is that awesome, you guys? Meditation with a goal. Yeah. And for those people that don't know what meditation is, can you break that down?
Yeah, absolutely. So in my line of work, the way I look at meditation would be to drop down to a place where you feel safe enough that you're actually open to suggestion. I think the common definition for meditation would be more like separating yourself from your thoughts and ego, allowing yourself to view your thoughts as something other, to the point where you can finally quiet the mind, relax, and get connected to who you truly are. But in hypnosis, we're taking that a little bit more of a scientific approach, and we're saying we need to access the theta brainwave state, which is the state we access in deep meditation, because that's where we become open to suggestion. That is the state that all children under the age of 7 live in. It's why they have no inhibition, why they're so creative, why they're so great at problem solving, and why they're open to suggestion, and they're like little sponges.
Oh, that way.
Exactly. So under the age of 7, our brains aren't even functioning at alpha or beta brainwaves yet. As adults, we're almost always in beta. Alpha would be light daydreaming, but theta is where children live. And I mean, if you've ever seen a little kid like getting down, boogieing down in the middle of a grocery store, and there's all these people looking and laughing and cheering them on, they don't care. But how many 15-year-olds do you see doing that? That's the difference. Brainwave state, no ego, pure subconscious. And when we move up to these awareness levels of like, people are looking at me, people are judging me, what do they think? So real quick, I'll give you one more quick tidbit since we're talking about the theta brainwave state. This is me geeking out now.
No, I love the brain, girl. I love the brain.
Being like, I am a geek. So Thomas Edison knew this about the theta brainwave state, and he used to use hypnosis. So he would hold a metal ball in his hand when he was creating all of his inventions, put himself into hypnosis, and then if he dropped down too deep, which is delta brainwaves or sleep, the ball would drop out of his hand, and he put a metal pan on the floor beneath him. So the metal ball hitting the metal pan would wake him up, and he could go back down into that hypnosis state. Because when you're 7, if you believe you have an imaginary friend, you just do. People could tell you it's not true, and you know it's true. Whereas the older we get, sometimes we get ideas, and we know what's best for us, and then everybody weighs in with their opinions, and we become frozen and we don't know what to do. Children know what to do. And Thomas Edison really accessed that. So if he did it, we should all be doing it.
Wow, that is really an aha moment for me, because I mean, that's why they say if you want to teach children a second language, you should do it while they're young, or and then a friend of mine was teaching theta classes. I'm like, well, what's the difference? You know, so you're saying that makes so much sense, and that we have so what you're saying is with hypnosis, we have the capacity to go back to that childlike space to be able to access that infinite potential that Edison did.
That's exactly what we do every time.
What? Come on. You guys better be getting excited about this, because honestly, I am so suggestible. That's why I believe in hypnosis. I mean, I do self-hypnosis on myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, we're on the Success with Ease and Grace program, and this is what's going to happen. I'll give myself suggestions, and then it'll happen. I'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. But not really understanding the brain science behind it. So I really appreciate you explaining that, because when you talk about the benefits of hypnosis, it's really, like you said, for everyone. There's not one person on the planet that couldn't benefit from being even more productive, even more creative, even more peaceful, even more calm, even more happy, right?
So I'm really glad that you said that you believe in hypnosis, because it gives me an opportunity to say, for anyone who's watching this, if before you got on here today, your thought was, I don't believe in hypnosis, I want you to know I was right there with you at one point in my life, but ultimately there's nothing to believe in. There's no religion. There's not even a spiritual practice really assigned to this. So if anyone you ever meet after you get to watch this wonderful interview says, oh, I don't believe in hypnosis, please share the word and let them know there's nothing to believe in. It's a scientifically proven fact that when you're deeply relaxed and feeling safe, you become open to suggestion. And that's it. It's very black and white. And every single person on the planet can be hypnotized. So that's it.
Oh, and is that why when you do your scopes, you talk about safety? Because when you're feeling calm and relaxed, then you can receive the messages.
You got it, girl. Yes.
Ah, you guys got to see this to believe it. I think we should do a little demonstration here
Yeah,
because I didn't even say how I met Grace. So Grace and I met through the miraculous wonders of the internet, where we were brought together through the beautiful platform called Periscope when we were on a panel for the Periscope Community Summit, and we did a awesome workshop on meditation, and she did this the most beautiful hypnosis. I mean, honestly, I felt like I should write a check at the end of our own panel because it was so good. I mean, I was crying. I really felt, and then after that, I immediately subscribed to her programs and her 21 day and started watching her scopes. I mean, this woman is incredible, but I think you need to experience it to really know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
maybe you can do a demonstration, a short little relaxed, calming, de-stressing, especially the holidays are coming up, to help people reduce anxiety. And please, if you are driving, do not close your eyes. That's my suggestion for you.
Well, thank you first for all your kind words, and right back at you. The universe brought us together for a reason, for sure. Thank you, love. So why don't we do this? We'll do a quick little demonstration for stress relief, and also at the end I'll give the suggestion for increased confidence, because everybody loves that. And that was something you had mentioned in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want everyone to keep in mind that when you do hypnosis or meditation, you're building a muscle. And so however deep you go today, every time you do this, it'll go deeper and last longer.
Grace,
So
can we add increased abundance to our order?
Sure.
Okay.
So let's talk about that real quick. So when it comes to hypnosis, I'll have a lot of people who'll come to me and say, I'll just give a funny example, but true, that I hear all the time. Something like, I'm here because my husband's such a jerk. Okay. Well, there's nothing we can do about him in your hypnosis session. So we can't change him. I mean, we can set intentions, of course, but his behavior is his behavior. If you want your husband to stop being a jerk, he needs to come have the sessions, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to talk about what you can do. Your options are to react differently to his behavior. Your options are to leave. Your options are to change your mindset. Your options are to stop pushing buttons, maybe, maybe not. We can only work with the person who's in the chair, not the outside world. So when we focus on abundance, it has to be about the actions we take and our belief system. Mm-hmm. So rather than me calling in additional finances, additional money, because all that's awesome and I love that, but that's different, right? That's manifestation, that's other stuff. We're reprogramming our subconscious mind, and what we'll focus on today is feeling worthy of greater abundance, because that we can control.
Good point.
Cool. So that's what we'll do. We'll do stress relief and feeling confident enough to be worthy of money.
Amen.
Awesome. Okay, so before we close our eyes, go ahead and notice on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being zero stress, no stress at all, the most relaxed a person can possibly be, and 10 being the opposite. 10 would be a full-blown panic attack. So if you're sitting here listening to this, you're not a 10. 10 would be at the hospital. So you could very well still be very high up. Go ahead and say what number you're starting on out loud.
5.
Good. And I'm starting at about a 5 too. So if you haven't done so already, everybody close your eyes. Taking a nice, deep, letting go breath. Already beginning to relax both mind and body. Relaxing the top of your head. Relaxing the forehead, smoothing out any creases. Relaxing the jaw, letting it hang loose and slack. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the arms all the way through to the fingertips. And relaxing the legs all the way out through the bottoms of the feet. Good. And then when you're ready, just repeat out loud after me. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am calm. 97% do after the fact, so it's great.
And just so you know, Periscope is a live streaming app.
Yeah.
So you are not on video, but you're able to chat in, so you could ask Grace questions, right? Right on Scope.
Exactly, exactly. So people will say, you know, why is this working? Or I have a fear of flying, can you help me? And so we're the only ones on camera unless we're interviewing somebody, but you are able to interact without having to get on camera yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's so powerful. And just to think, if you want to start off your day focused and free of stress, you just 9 p.m. Pacific time every day, right? Monday through Friday?
9 a.m. Pacific, yeah, exactly. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard.
I love that. And not only that, but one of the other things that I signed up with, can you talk about like your 21-day challenge and what is Grace Space? Yeah.
Sure. So basically what happened is, I'll give you a quick statistic. There was this man named Alfred Barrios, and he had a PhD in traditional therapy. And he did a study. It was recently reprinted in American Health magazine. And he found that after 600 sessions of psychoanalysis, clients experienced 38% recovery. So that's 600 sessions, 38% recovery. Whereas with hypnotherapy, clients had 6 sessions and experienced 93% recovery. So it's the difference between 600 sessions with 38% recovery or 6 sessions with 93% recovery.
Oh my God.
Mind blowing. So as a hypnotherapist, you can't charge the same amount as a traditional therapist because you will go out of business because people come to see you a handful of times and never come back. Versus
they're cured, right?
So I only offer, you know, my one-on-one sessions are very much priced at a premium for that reason, and I only want to work with people who are extremely committed. But I know that that price point isn't something that everybody can afford. And so I sat down to myself one day and I said, my whole mission was to bring hypnosis to the masses. And yet I feel really good about my rates. I feel like they're right and they're grounded in truth and based in results and all that stuff. So how can I bring hypnosis to the masses without trying to kill myself seeing 100 people a day for 20 bucks a pop, which is totally unsustainable?
Forget it. No.
And so our monthly membership site was born, it was originally called Grace Smith TV Premium, which is a mouthful and doesn't mean anything. But that's what we came up with. And it was this library of courses, full-length courses in weight loss for, you know, hypnosis for weight loss, hypnosis for anxiety, hypnosis for nail biting, every topic you can think of for public speaking, fear of public speaking. And it's $47 a month, so that's $1.50 a day. So literally anybody with an internet connection and with a PC or a laptop or an iPhone can afford it. And it was our way of being able to say, maybe the one-on-one sessions aren't available to you at this point in time, but this is. You can dive in and you can get started. And then what was so cool is on Periscope, we did a little poll and our community renamed it. I said, we need a better name. And they named it Grace Space. And I love it. It's perfect. It just encompasses everything. So now Grace Space, our online library of programs, for everyone that is purchased, for every membership purchased, one is donated to a survivor of human trafficking.
Oh, really?
So that's how we're able to support so many wonderful people. And our membership rates are just, I mean, flipping out. People are just coming on in droves. Every month our numbers more than double. And one of the foundational programs I created is called the 21-Day Mental Boot Camp. And that's really the first step to reprogramming your subconscious mind and getting your thoughts and your actions on the same page instead of just doing this old programming that's running automatically in the background. We finally get to say, I'm going to have a say in this. I'm going to have a say in what I think and how I feel and how I behave. And in that way, move forward into a more deliberate, beautiful life.
And not only that, but she takes you to freaking Brazil.
Yes, I do.
I'm like, oh my God,
you're living in Brazil.
There's a sugar loaf behind us. There's cream I was so jazzed.
It's so cool, right?
Oh my God. I had been to Brazil one time and you're just doing, because she does this 4-part video introduction before you get to the 21 days. So it's so rich and so full.
Thank you. I'm so glad you love it. It means the world to us. We love it too. And actually right now, even though it's only $47 a month, anyone who signs up now can get their first month for a $1 trial. So what we'll do is I'll give you a link. So if anybody wants to go there and check it out, if that works.
Can you say that again? There's some weird interference. I feel like our energy is so powerful that we're like blowing out the internet. So just repeat that one more time, just in case.
So wait, so this will be off camera. Why don't I make you an affiliate? Let me give you an affiliate link.
Okay, sounds great.
So that way, since you're promoting this and being so amazing and lovely and amazing, you'll get people signed up through your link. So I won't verbally say where they should go. If there's a way for you to say, you guys click here, you can put your link there instead.
Sure, for sure.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Cool. So I'll say it again. So what we're doing right now is, even though it's only $47 a month to be a member, for anybody who's brand new, we actually let you try it for the lowest possible investment you can make, because we just want you to love it and we just want you to start to change your life. So it's only $1 trial for your first month. And we're going to make sure that you have the link to that. So if you want to tell everybody where to find that link, that'd be great.
Exactly. And so I will put it in the description in the YouTube box, and then I'll also send it out on all my social media. So you guys can absolutely experience the grace of Grace Space and really in 21 days see amazing shifts in your life. And you are just going to be so grateful that I ever introduced you to Grace, because I'm grateful that the universe divinely put us together, because I know that we have the same mission and intention in the world. For people to allow their light to shine the brightest, to let go of whatever's standing in their way from being completely on purpose, because then the world will be a better place when everybody is in alignment. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. I feel like at a zero now. After meeting with you, I'm like, wait a minute.
And talk about Deb TV bringing the light into the world. I'm like...
She's like illuminated. She's glowing on
your beautiful channel.
Yes, and I tell all of my, because I teach Periscope classes, so on my handout on Periscope, I have your Periscope name. I'm like, first of all, you need to follow Grace. Before you do anything on Periscope, follow Grace. So you're in my curriculum already. So.
Thank you, love. That's awesome. Well, now that I'm in Cali with you, maybe I can come down and visit one of your classes. That would be awesome.
Oh, yes. I'll invite you. I'm speaking at Santa Monica College on November 21st. So I'll definitely invite you to that. And so how can people, besides on Periscope, connect with you, stay in touch with you?
Totally. So I would say, first and foremost, make sure you're using the link there in the YouTube description and on social media. That's going to be sent out for you. But my primary website is gracesmithtv.com, and that's just where you can find out more about my story, more about where I am all over social media, where I'll be doing my public speaking, stuff like that. If you want to connect with me in person or purchase individual sessions, all that stuff is at gracesmithtv.com.
Wonderful. And I'll put, again, that in the description, gracesmithtv.com. Yeah. So I want to thank Grace. Wow, do you guys feel synergized or what? I mean, literally, you could play this episode over and over again, and I can guarantee you will see demonstrations of even more peace, even more confidence, and even more abundance, because it works. It's the bottom line. It works. If you're receptive to it, it absolutely works. So prove it to yourself by doing that. Listen to it and see the results for sure. So thank you so much, Grace, beauty, goddess.
Thank you for having me, love. I just so enjoy spending time with you. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to spend time with you and your beautiful community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning into Transformational Tuesday. I absolutely do this show every week for you. So if you have any comments or suggestions for different topics, for different speakers, make sure you comment in the box below, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And our saying is, sharing is what? Caring. So you definitely want to share this on your social media networks to help all of your friends and family members get this information, because I'm sure you know people that needed to be on this show. So I want to thank you so much. My name is Deborah Darris. I am a motivational speaker, author of Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict, that you can get at adrenalineaddictbook.com. and marketing consultant. If you want more information on what I do, you can go to deborahdarris.com and /score, like as in goal, score, SCORE, and my free ebook is out, The 5 C's for Social Media Marketing Sales. It just came out on Saturday, so I'm super excited.
Awesome. I am so going to go grab that.
Yes, Danielle Ford coached me to be able to get it from idea into manifestation, so I'm so excited. So I really look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode, and remember, with the power of synergy, anything is possible. Bye. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.